of black people globally, unfortunately, are not on the same code as us. No group of black people are more codified than foundational black Americans. We're the most codified group. We, being black people in America, surrounded by hostile white supremacists, and us being a minority in numbers here, us being attacked from every sector of white supremacist society, we had to learn how to psychologically control our emotions when we are insulted or attacked and keep our cool. We had to learn how to keep our cool. So what we would do, we would create a game called the Dozens where we would insult each other, do ritualistic insults, and learn how to sharpen our mouthpiece so that we can come back with a retaliatory verbal insult that was humorous. You understand? We got to understand why we come up with some of these phenomenons. So we had to get it. Your mama's so fat and your mama's so dumb. Well, your mama's so stupid, your daddy's so dumb. So we had to create this game where we would snap on each other, but keep it humorous, and also learn how to check your emotion, because when roasting each other, part of the unwritten rule of roasting and snapping was that you keep your cool. You come back with a better verbal jab. If you got overly emotional and then tried to get physical, you lost the game. Remember, in roasting, when you get physical, when somebody's snapping on you so hard, you want to fight, hey, don't be talking about my mama now. You lost the game. So if you lose the roasting game when somebody's roasting you, when you get out here in society and somebody says something you don't like and you get all emotional and try to break bad, your life would be in danger. So you would lose in real life. So the importance of roasting was, hey, keep your emotions in check. Don't get mad. Just sharpen your mouthpiece. You see? That was something that we cultivated. That's why we're so good at it. And that humor, it translated to our music and other parts of the culture. Yeah, so you had to be thorough enough to keep your emotions in check. And then you had to be psychologically witty and come up with a better retort. So you had to learn how to think fast on your feet. This is why we freestyle rap so good. Freestyle rhyming is basically you're snapping on somebody, but you're making it rhyme. That's what battle rap is. Same thing with battle rap. Battle rap comes out of the Dozens. You're snapping on somebody and making it rhyme. And notice these battle raps, when somebody's losing, they want to fight. And when you fight, you destroyed yourself, not only in that competition, a lot of times you can't even come back to the battle raps no more. You've blacklisted yourself. You understand? So we learn how to sharpen our verbal skills by roasting each other. That was a psychological exercise to learn how to keep our game tight, keep our emotions in check, yeah, and learn how to lessen the blow of insults from outsiders. So if you're snapping on somebody, you snapping on your buddy, and you guys are used to snapping, when you go out in society and a white person says something crazy, it'll kind of roll off your back. You're not going to trip off of it that much. Notice there's a reason why the tethers get so bent out of shape when we roast them. You see, they get extremely bent out of shape. The tether class, these Negroes carry trauma of getting roasted until adulthood. You got grown-ass Negroes who were from the tether class running around here whining about them getting called a booty scratcher when they were 5 years old. That destroyed their damn self-esteem. Where we roast each other in school. We don't trip on that bullshit. We don't trip on that. We roast each other all the time, and it floats off our backs because of our lineage. We have a lineage of that, so it doesn't bother us. You see? All of us roasted each other. We clowned each other in school. All foundational black Americans, that's all we did on the playground. We would snap on each other and then shake hands, and we would be best friends at the end of the day. We don't trip on none of that shit. Boy, the tethers, they're like, oh, you niggas, I was a booty scratcher, and you niggas destroyed my self-esteem. It messes them up. It messes them up. So when they come around us now, and try to roast because, see, they don't come from that lineage of verbal ingenuity where you can snap on each other. So they take things very personal. Also, because of having to flee, that's another thing that they're very insecure about. Yeah, somebody's saying the cheetah pea. That's why when they the tethers were trying to roast us and getting on the Twitter spaces trying to roast, and we were hitting them with some of them jabs, it destroyed them. The cheetah pea, the infamous cheetah pea jab I hit these dudes with, that killed their spirit. When I said, "Oh, dude, smell like cheetah pea," that literally killed their spirit. They all tapped out. They were so upset. They were whining about that for about 2 months that I said, "Oh boy, smell like cheetah pea," because they couldn't come back. Because see, what they were trying to do, those East African tethers, they were trying to roast us by taking on the mindset of the white supremacists. So notice those East Africans, their jokes to us sounded like the white supremacists. They were using the N-word and, talking about fried chicken and welfare. They were trying to roast us as if they were white supremacists. You see? They tried to proxy themselves through the white supremacists to roast us like a white supremacist would, but we had to remind them that the white supremacists not only see you in the same light, they also see you in a worse light. So when we roast you based on your ethnic culture, that's going to sting because you know that you had to flee, and the white supremacists see you and your culture as even more negative than the culture over here. So when y'all try to use welfare, they try to use welfare jokes and fried chicken and crack and all of that. They try to sound like the white supremacists using those type of jabs at us. You niggas, you FBA niggas are on welfare. You eat government cheese. Like, you're not going to do poverty jokes. That's not going to work because when we snap back, you guys got poverty really locked down. So you really don't want to go there. So when we start hitting them up about their culture, because remember, they're trying to talk like a white supremacist, but these people come from a culture of absolute filth and degradation. And then when you remind them of that, they're, no, nigga. So when old dudes start talking about one of those East African dudes tried to roast me and Foundation of Black Americans, about no father and all of that, and about ghetto culture, and I told them, well, at least my clothes don't smell like cheetah pea. What? Cheetah piss? This nigga said we smell like cheetah piss. How dare you? Because you can't really come back from that. This is xenophobic. Then they start crying. And when you stop trying to roast and then you start whining, that means you lost. So they couldn't hang. They couldn't come back from the cheetah piss joke. The cheetah pea really, really took them out. So then they start just whining about xenophobia. That means they've tapped out. When you see people whining, even they have to laugh at the jokes about them.